Sunday morning, and I appreciate you for being here. I'm gonna, give it about 30 seconds and see who pops on before we get into the week ahead in astrology. But then that's what we're here for today. I'm gonna talk to you about the coming week in astrology, which today is the 4th of January, Sunday, and we're gonna talk about the 4th through the 11th next Sunday. So just waiting a couple more seconds, and then I will get straight into this. Okay, friends. Welcome to Astro Insights. I am your host, Mel Rose, and today is Sunday, January 4th, 2026. Welcome to the new year, friends. Happy New Year. How is the winter treating you so far, since it just started a couple weeks ago? I would love to hear. So, coming up this week, just getting right into it, we have a week of intensity and challenge. And I just want that to be very clear to us all. The thing that we're dealing with all week is the Sun and Mars and Venus being essentially conjunct in Capricorn. And over the space of the next week, they're all going to perfect their conjunctions with one another. So conjunctions do bring up some powerful and sometimes chaotic feeling energy. It's not really positive or negative. It's just like these three personal planets, the Sun, Mars, and Venus, are their vibrations are combined and under pressure, okay? And they're in that cardinal sign of Capricorn, which starts off the beginning of winter. So the Sun represents our public-facing lives. It's how we shine when we're in our work, social, and civic environments. It's a vibration we bring to our cooperative efforts. And Venus and Mars are the lovers of the zodiac, Venus being magnetic and receptive, whereas Mars is more assertive and or forceful. Any planet in Capricorn faces mountains to climb and problems to solve, with the understanding that we have to roll up our sleeves and get some work done, okay? Mars and the Sun do pretty well in Capricorn. Venus is not so comfortable, but it is well supported by the other two. And because of this, this week is likely to see us being very focused on taking care of business, leaning into the effort that we know we have to make. We may be concerned about our status or ranking at this time, and we definitely are going to seek to get work done while the getting is good, okay? That's the primary vibe to begin with. So let's break it down. Tuesday through Thursday, not Tuesday through Thursday, today through Tuesday, the moon is in Leo, and our personal life focus is on fueling our passions and growth. We haven't, if we can't have anything that we aren't willing to ask for, to go after, and when we've shown up and given our best, the asking for it is the easy part. So with the moon in Leo, we just want to shine, we want to give our best, we want to be at our best, so that we've demonstrated that we are worthy of what it is that we're trying to get. On Tuesday, the Sun and Venus perfect their conjunction, okay, throwing a spotlight on our personal style and how we attract what we desire. We may discover something about ourselves and what kind of attention or reciprocity or compensation we think is worth the effort that we have to make. It's a good time for negotiating. And then the moon moves on into Virgo, where it will be Tuesday through Thursday. And when the moon is in Virgo, the personal life focus moves to sorting out what we have and putting it all in its proper place. Whether this is emotional processing or some material processing, pay attention to the messages from your own body, and don't be afraid to pull the dead leaves off the plants. And, I'm saying this in two ways. The moon is in Virgo for those 3 days from Tuesday to Thursday, but also all this week the moon is waning. We had that full moon in Cancer at the end of the week. And now the moon is going to be waning from full to new, and so this is the time when we're letting things go, we're shedding what no longer works for us, or in some cases we're actually pushing out old thoughts, habits, ways of doing things that no longer work for us, okay? So with the moon in Virgo, it's really helpful to just get very specific about what it is that we have around us, especially materially, that is taking up space and not doing anything for us, so that we can begin to just let that stuff go, all right? And then this Wednesday, Venus and Mars complete their conjunction. Okay, so put simply, this is our personal push and pull vibes, and they're combined under pressure. It's pushing and pulling at the same time. Depending on the person, that can feel overwhelming or it can feel extremely empowering. So my advice, these planets are conjunct in Capricorn, and the one thing that Capricorn does is it forgets to take breaks, it forgets to cut any slack for itself. So if you feel overwhelmed by the intensity that's coming up this week, by all of these different conjunctions that are coming on, and also some oppositions that'll come in at the end of the week, if you're feeling overwhelmed, pull back, okay? Give yourself some time, take a break. And if you're feeling empowered, just make progress while you can. But remember that the consent is sexy. Make sure you ask before you take actions that involve other people, okay? On Thursday, the moon moves on into Libra, and that's where it will be from Thursday until Sunday. And when the moon is in Libra, our personal life focus comes around to what feels fair in our relationships. All manner of partnerships are covered here. It could be a business partner, a workmate, a civic ally, or your personal relationships, your partnerships with your family or with your romantic partner. All manner of partnerships are covered here, and the idea is that we feel into those important partnership relationships enough to see if it feels like there's a good balance here between us. Okay. Notice where you are over reciprocating, like giving more than you need to, or under reciprocating, not putting in as much as the other person is, and you feel like you're not catching up, okay? And then do what you can during those days, Thursday through Sunday, this coming week, to create a balance in that relationship. If those are words that you have to speak, or a gift that you want to give, or some work that you want to show up and do, since Sun and Venus and Mars are conjunct in Capricorn, if there's something that needs to be done, let's go ahead and do it, okay? And then this Friday, the Sun completes its conjunction to Mars in Capricorn, more intensity. Mars is our assertive principle, and it's really happy and very effective in Capricorn. Mars gets to finish what it starts when it's in Capricorn. And this conjunction to the Sun just adds fuel to that fire. So again, it may feel intense or even a little bit overwhelming. Take breaks when you need to. But this week, there are a lot of practical things that we can get done. When I say take breaks when you need to, it made me think of the policy that we have here in our home. Jennifer and I, we like to keep our home tidy. We like to, take care of business and do what needs to be done. But we believe in taking frequent breaks. Okay, so you get up, you get a little bit of stuff done, you give it, a small amount of time where you can make an effort and see a difference, and then you sit back and enjoy what you did and contemplate what you're going to do next before you just move on to the next thing. Okay, and not only does that give us a break, it gives us a feeling of balance, like we're getting things done and we're taking care of ourselves, which is really important. But it also, I'm going to forget what I was about to say now. Okay, so take breaks when you need to. It doesn't just, that's what I wanted to say, it doesn't just give you that sense of fairness and balance in your relationship with yourself, like you are taking care of yourself while you're getting things done, but it also gives you a moment, a period of unstructured time to think creatively and to assess what your priorities are, so you know what really needs to happen next. Okay, give yourself a little bit of time, and that will help you make the progress that you need without getting all stressed out and feeling overworked and feeling at the end of the day like you might have done more than you absolutely needed to do. Also this Friday, Venus opposes Jupiter. Now these are our greater and lesser benefics in apparent conflict. Venus and Jupiter are benefics. That means they are friendly to us. They are helpful. They are meant to help us connect with other people and connect with greater opportunities. So there's an element here of overdoing it, perhaps in our effort to attract the right kind of challenge. Okay, maybe we're putting ourselves out there a little bit too much, or maybe we are just manifesting so hard that we have lost sight of the reality of the picture around us. Okay, so when Venus opposes Jupiter, Just really be careful not to overpromise or offer more than we think that we can give at this time. And that's this Friday, but it's this coming weekend is the vibe for the weekend. On Saturday, the Sun and Mars catch up with Venus, and they also oppose Jupiter. Okay, so again, this intense triple conjunct between these three personal planets of ours are coming into an opposition to that greater benefic Jupiter. That overdoing signature, this is a signature for overworking, for overdoing it socially. We may feel so powerfully motivated at this time because of all this Capricorn vibration that we leap before we look, or we overpromise in regards to what it is that we can actually complete. So take it easy on yourself. I imagine some of us are going to see some opportunities everywhere we look, and it can be challenging to prioritize what has to be done in the face of what more we might accomplish. But we need to be realistic about our goals and do what is in front of us, take the practical steps before we take the more hopeful steps, okay? Next Sunday, the moon, a week from today, the moon moves on into Scorpio and Venus squares Chiron. It's another challenging day that invites us to grow quiet, to turn within and examine our motivations. Some action will have to be taken to confirm that we're being authentic, behaving in ways that reflect our healing and our best ideas about ourselves and the world. Now, this whole week, like I said, the moon is waning, which is, it has an emotional and physical feeling of letting go or even pushing things out of our lives. The new moon is 2 weeks from today, and that will be in Capricorn as well, so the intensity continues. The Capricorn vibes, though, are especially felt this week. We feel hopeful and determined and willing to put sweat equity into making our dreams reality. And when the going gets tough, friends, please remember to give yourself a break. Take a time out. Even 5 minutes will give you time to make sure you're focusing on the right things and not burning yourself out. Okay, that is the astrology for the coming week. Thank you so much for joining me. I am your host, Mel Rose, and for this portion of the astrology of the week, we turn to the tarot cards so that we can get an intuitive look ahead at how we can manage ourselves and our own lives in the coming week. And I'm gonna do one for Capricorn conjunction intensity, and then I'm gonna do another one for Jupiter opposition, tendency to overdo. All right. So the first card has to do with. And I want to stop for a moment and just remind you to please subscribe to this channel, okay? Please subscribe to this channel. Please help us out getting to 1,000. We're at about 850 right now. If we had 1,000 people on our channel, that would help us out a lot. It would help us bring this content to you, more frequently and more easily for us. So please do subscribe. Please like the video and click the bell for notifications so that you know when we're on. So my first card today is going to be for Capricorn conjunction intensity, because we've got that Sun, Moon, and Venus together. Those are three personal planets. Like the way that we shine when we're out in public, and then the way we drive ourselves forward, but also the way we attract things to ourselves, all sitting there in Capricorn, wanting mountains to climb and problems to solve, looking for, not even looking for, like finding the personal power to make physical effort, to put equity, put sweat of the brow effort into our goals. Okay, so that intensity comes with a card this week. Oh, of the Six of Cups. Well, that's nice. I would say, one of the things that motivates us, when we're thinking about our goals and what it is we would like to achieve, what our greater ambitions are, sometimes it brings us back to childhood or to past times in our lives when we felt really happy, when we felt really content, when we felt like there was good connection with others, and we felt like, we had the benefit of those connections. And, we hold those fond memories in our hearts and we think, I would like to recreate that for myself. Like, this is my overall goal. This is what I want. I want to feel content like I did in those days. I want to feel supported like I did when I had those friends around me, or, that family member around me. So I think that that's a great kind of emotional stability to be going for when we're in this heavy Capricorn vibe. Capricorn is notoriously like the least emotional and well, not the least emotional, but the least emotional acting, the least outwardly emotional. We tend, when the Capricorn vibrations are small, to sort of sublimate our needs and desires and make progress the only thing that is worth anything. And this kind of helps us remember why we're trying to make the progress, right? Hopefully so that we can hopefully so that we can hopefully create new circumstances that bring around that same old sense of security and support that we're all looking for. Okay, so that's Capricorn intensity. I want you, when you're feeling that Capricorn intensity, when you're feeling like, oh, I can't stop now, I have to keep going, oh, I really should take a break, but I really want to keep going. Remember what you're doing it for. Remember that it's not just about physical security. It's not just about having, a roof over your head and a nice car to drive. It is also about stabilizing relations with other people, and it's about, getting yourself to a place of emotional comfort that feels right for you, that feels as though, that feels successful for you, because success isn't just about having the material things, right? It's about having the connections that we need as well. So also attend to those connections that make you feel good. Attend to those connections that are long term, these old friends that you still have, these members of your family, if you haven't spoken to them in a while. If you'd like to get that good feeling back, go and have a conversation with that person, okay? Just go and reconnect with some people. While you're doing all of this outward pushing forward work, don't forget who you are and don't forget where you came from. That will help with the intensity. Okay, hi friends. And the second card today is going to be for the Jupiter opposition intensity, which is at the end of the week. We have 3 Jupiter oppositions coming in with that conjunction of 3 planets being opposite Jupiter on the chart. And Jupiter oppositions really just make us want to do too much. They make us want to overgive, overpromise, overstate what we can do. So, the vibration for that is just like a temptation to do more than we absolutely need to, which comes with Capricorn anyway. Capricorn wants to keep us working. It doesn't want us to let up. And I'm saying important to let up every once in a while, okay? The card that comes with that Jupiter opposition intensity, though, is the 9 of Pentacles. How beautiful is that? So this is about taking comfort from what you already have earned, okay? Whatever it is that you've built or grown or put together, the security that you have, really, lean back into it. When you feel that sense of needing to overpromise, to say that you can do more than you can do, or to offer more of yourself emotionally or physically than you can actually give, when you feel that temptation to overstate what it is that you are available for, remember those things that are foundational to you, that do give you comfort, and remember that you have the security, the stability underneath you that you need. Okay, so having that stability behind you that you need, that you have already developed for yourself, means that you don't have to overpromise. It means that you don't have to say you can do more than you thought you could do. Say you can do more than you know you can do. It means you don't have to put in more effort, okay, than you really are capable of putting in. All right, so measure your willingness to give of yourself in terms of your security, your personal security too. Okay, remember that you have personal security in your life. Remember that you have developed a way of being secure in your life, and lean on that security when you are tempted to say, oh yeah, I can do that, I can do that, and I can do all of that too. Okay? Scale it back a bit. Say, oh no, I'm secure. I would love to be involved in that, and I can only promise this much. All right? Because I have my own self, my own body to take care of. I have my own things to take care of, and I'm already on a good track enjoying the security from those things. All right, so that's the reading for today. Remember where you come from. Remember the people who give you that sense of emotional comfort and stability. Remember the times that have given you that sense of emotional comfort and stability, especially when you find yourself working too hard or pushing harder than you would like to be pushing. Okay, remember that you can, remember that you can take a break. Maybe even fall back on those relationships a little bit. Reach out to those people that give you that sense of stability and comfort while you're pushing, while you're working hard. Okay, and also it helps to remember to take a break. And then this is also a great reminder to take a break and to not overdo it, to not promise more than you can give at this time. Right? Just rely on the security that you already have developed emotionally and physically for yourself. Rely on that security that you've already developed to help you remember that it's okay to take a break and it's okay not to try to offer more than you can actually produce. Okay, friends, that is it for today. Please subscribe to the channel. Please help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That would help me so much, and I would appreciate it so much. I am here every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. To give you the week ahead in astrology and tarot card reading. And Jennifer is minding the chat so that she can engage with you all as well. I appreciate you so much for being here, and I will catch you all in the next video.